So our Vice President, Kamala Harris, just said this.
We have got to renew the assault weapons ban. Let's just always think about the fact that almost everything that can be used has a design purpose. What is the design purpose of an assault weapon? Okay, here you go. To kill a lot of human beings quickly. That's its design. That has no place in the streets of a civil society. It's a weapon of war. It's a weapon of war. I think that all those members should be locked up in a room. No press. It's not about sensationalizing it. Lock them up in a room and put the autopsy photographs of those children down and require them to look at them and see what these weapons do to the human body, and then ask them to speak to their conscience, their God, their sense of what's right, and then vote. But sadly, this has come down to a partisan political issue, and it's a false choice. I support the Second Amendment, but I also believe there should be an assault weapons ban.
Kamala, if these so-called assault weapons have no place in a civil society, why do our police have them? Are the police trying to kill as many people quickly? If so-called assault weapons have no place in civilized society, why does the FBI have so-called assault weapons? Is the FBI trying to kill a lot of people quickly? If so-called assault weapons have no place in civilized society, why does the Secret Service, the people tasked with protecting you, have actual assault rifles? Is your Secret Service trying to kill a lot of people quickly? Of course they're not, unless there's something you'd like to tell us, Ms. Vice President. They have so-called assault weapons for the same reasons millions of Americans do. They have them to protect life, not take them. The crazy thing is the American people actually have more of a reason to have so-called assault weapons than any of the government agencies that I just mentioned. These government agencies only have them for defense. We, the people, have them for defense, hunting, sports shooting, competition shooting, and for leisure. For something that you claim was designed for only one thing, we sure do use them for a lot of other things. These so-called assault weapons are not living beings that go out and kill on their own accord. An AR-15 in the hands of a criminal is not the same as an AR-15 in the hands of a homeowner defending their home against a criminal. The reason the police, FBI, and your Secret Service has all these so-called assault weapons is because criminals have them. So if you all believe it makes sense to have them because the criminals do, then it makes even more sense for the people to have them because the criminals do. We, the people, encounter criminals just like the rest of you, except we don't get to call backup. We don't have entire departments of people to help us when we're being attacked. All we have is ourselves and the small possibility that the police arrive in minutes when we only have seconds. My dear Vice President, the veil of civility in our society that you so proudly stand on is paper thin. And if the last few years have taught us anything, that veil has been pierced over and over and over again. There's nothing civilized about the amount of crime taking place in this country right now. You literally have police departments telling people that they can't keep them safe. You don't get to tell us that we can't own so-called assault weapons because there's no place for them in a civilized society while you're literally surrounded by special agents carrying those exact type of guns just to keep you safe. Long story short, in the hands of we the people, so-called assault weapons were designed to save a lot of lives quickly. And for those of you wondering why I keep saying so-called assault weapons, I'm saying that because the term assault weapon is a made-up term. It's not real. It was made up by anti-gunners a long time ago, and they explicitly, and it's on the record, explicitly made up this phrase because they knew it would confuse people into thinking that certain guns were actually machine guns when they weren't. So they came up with this phrase assault weapon to confuse people so it would make it easier to get them to vote for gun control. That's it. AR-15s are not an assault weapon. They're not. You know who actually has assault rifles? The Secret Service, the FBI, some of our police departments. Those people actually have machine guns. AR-15s are not machine guns. So when I say so-called assault weapons, I'm only using that term to demonstrate that they are making it up. It's not a real term. They just lump the AR-15 in there because that's the gun they want to get out of the hands of the people. Oh, and another thing. I know you see this beautiful, beautiful patch hat right here that I'm wearing representing our great state of Texas, but don't feel left out. Don't feel left out. We also make these hats in all of the other states as well. So head over to shop.mrcolionnoir.com and order your state-specific patch hats today. I can't think of anything more empowering than having the most effective tool to protect you and your family. So help me spread this message by liking and sharing this video with everyone you know. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment, because the Second Amendment, when it said militia, it wasn't talking about the government. It was talking about you. Also, if you want to know where to find the I'm the Militia shirt and merchandise, click the I'm the Militia link in the description section of this video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, make sure you hit that bell symbol.